Hey, business building warrior. Welcome to Silent Sales Machine Radio. This is Jim coming at you with a 2026 episode, man. We've got some incredible episodes lined up for you, some great guests, some great content. This year has rocketed off so quick in our community with so many success stories, so many people popping up and giving us updates that we haven't heard from in a while, saying, wow, business is beautiful. Here's the theme today. Here's what I want to do. It's going to be ultimately a very encouraging episode. The title's probably going to be something like Avoid These Common Lies to Build a Beautiful Business, because there's a lot of bad information floating around out there. But the bottom line is this, and I have overwhelming evidence to support what I'm about to say. The bottom line is this: if you follow the system that we teach in this community, there's a blue ocean opportunity awaiting for you. And there are loads of people out there doing it successfully all day, every day. And there's not some surprising random thing that pops up and destroys any of us ever. It's a very predictable, stable, in demand, consistently growing business opportunity that we teach here. I'm talking about Amazon replens, of course. I'm talking about filling the underserved shelf space at Amazon's hundreds of warehouses across the United States. At any given time, there are millions of products that are simply understocked or completely unstocked. That's right, millions of popular items that people want that they have to wait for. Amazon just doesn't have. That's the opportunity. And you can charge more for those items and get paid really well just by sourcing them retail, store shelves, websites, wholesalers, authorized sources only, please. That's one of the ways people get in trouble. So the theme today is look at all the success and avoid these lies. Don't let anyone talk you out of this rapidly expanding, beautiful business model. So we've had some great success stories pop in. I'm going to give you a little sample, just a little sample today. Okay. And I could spend all day doing this. I really could, because you could get in our Facebook group and see for yourself the incredible examples. And I'm going to have it up on my screen here. So if I'm looking away from the camera here for a minute, bear with me. I like to maintain eye contact as best I can to be professional here, but I'm going to be looking at some screenshots. So I'm sharing actual examples, names, and numbers of real people that have posted in our Facebook group in the past few days talking about the incredible success they're having. And here's one I got. Now, I wanted to have this guy on the podcast. His name's Darren. But he said, "Hey, I'm sorry, my English is just not that great." That's fine. I don't mind. I don't think you'd mind either, but he wasn't quite confident enough to jump on the podcast episode with us. But he sent me a written statement and he said, "Yeah, feel free to read it for folks." He just had his first $20,000 sales month at good margins. He started a conversation in the Facebook group. You can see these constantly popping into our group, people sharing their results and talking to us about the results and the numbers and the details of how they did it. Proven Amazon course students, without exception. That's what this show is. Proven AmazonCourse.com students. You can get into our free Facebook group, by the way, at silentjimdotcom. There's a link to our free Facebook group. We just passed 83,000 members, and you can see all these great success posts for yourself. Come meet these people, interact with them. But here's what Darren had to say. He just had, like I said, an $18,000 month. And I'll pull up and read this short letter that he sent to me. He said, since I started selling on Amazon, I've had all the typical doubts that come along with getting started on something new. The group led by Jim, he's talking about me, and the Silent Sales Machine, that's this podcast, has helped me build a solid foundation, gain more clarity through the process. Within the group, the ongoing support from people like Gail Hall Treens, she's one of our great moderators who does such a great job, along with the work of the other moderators, administrators in the community. They keep answering my questions. They keep things organized. They keep sharing valuable real world experiences. In addition, the Keepa training by Brian and Robin Joy Olson that he found inside the Proven Amazon course was, he says, helped me break through and get ungated early in the stages of my business. And I was able to improve my skills consistently from the very beginning. At the end of the day, this community feels like family, says Darren. I love that. There's always someone willing to support, share, and help keep things moving forward. I still have a lot to learn, but has definitely been a huge support being a part of this community. And he says, feel free to use my name. So thank you, Darren. You can see his post in the Facebook group, along with, I'm going to estimate about 50 or 60 other people who just in the past few days alone have said, hey, here's an update. Here's how my business is doing. Something that comes to mind as I'm going to share some of these other stories is there's a quote that goes something like this. You may have seen it. Will those of you who think this can't be done, please step aside for those of us who are doing it? It's like, oh yeah, please stop saying it's impossible while we're sitting here making it happen, doing it all day, every day at scale. Speaking of at scale, holy cow, here's what's changed. I've been doing this replens thing, that whole concept of replens, if you weren't aware, that replenishing model, filling Amazon's underserved shelf space business model. It's been around for quite a while now. It developed in this community. This was the first podcast to ever talk about it. This community. Now, you see a lot of people talking about replens and tools for replens. It's kind of become an industry term now. You see it all over the place. We developed it, which means we're still, from my vantage point, 2, 3, 5 years ahead of the curve on truly capturing the information and the details using the right tools to really tap into this business model. But what we're seeing in the last year is blowing my mind. We have people doing $30 million plus in a single year of online arbitrage. We weren't putting up those kind of numbers a few years back. There's people doing it now. Multiple seven-figure businesses are becoming commonplace in this niche. The tools, the data we have, the ability to scale and build systems while working less and less, deploying your capital responsibly into proven, tested ASINs and scaling that up where other people are doing the heavy lifting. There's prep centers that can manage your product. There's software that can tell you when it's time to buy, what to buy. That's 3P Mercury, of course, is what I'm talking about there. I'll stick a link in the show notes if you haven't seen that yet. It's got artificial intelligence infused in. I'll spend a couple more minutes on that before this episode is over. But the main thing I want to do today is just ignite that spark inside of you, or maybe fan that flame a little bit if you already knew what's possible of this is legit. There's real businesses. There's real families that are now home under their same roof. I just got an update from one of the great coaches on our team. Hey, haven't heard from me a few months. How's it going? Well, the reason you haven't heard from me is because things are exploding. Business is just doing great. We just bought a new office building with other businesses in it, and we're going to run our Amazon business out of that. It's just exploding. You are in the right blue ocean opportunity at the right time. Now, this isn't a set it and forget it business. No business is. The only people who have set it and forget it business models are selling you a scam. As a matter of fact, on that point, for just a moment, we've had a $10,000 bet that we've had out there for several years now. If anyone can come to us and show us a company that has a single success story, just one, all he needs one verified single success story from a done for you Amazon seller training operation, meaning you just give us your money and we'll do it all for you. If you can find me someone who got in a year ago and they're happy about it, please let me know. I've got a reward for them. And we've had that out there for years. There hasn't been one person come forward to attempt to claim that money, by the way. Because why? Because this is a real business. It's going to take some effort and energy and learning. There's a little learning curve here. But as Robin Joy Olson, a great coach on our team, says all the time, low, low, high. They tried all kinds of business. Her and her husband, Brian, tried all kinds of businesses before they got into this. And they've never seen anything with the low, low, high character traits of this business. What's low, low, high? It's this: low investment, low learning curve, low risk, very high odds of success if you follow the model, because we're in such a massive, rapidly growing, fastest growing economic sector in the United States is e-commerce, and it's in its infancy. E-commerce is still less than 20% of all retail spending. If you didn't know, go check it if you don't believe me. It's in its infancy and it's rapidly expanding. And we are right in the heart of the busiest area of e-commerce, which is Amazon, filling the millions of underserved, understocked shelf spaces in Amazon's massive warehouse network. It's low hanging fruit, guys. It's as low hanging fruit as it gets. And we've got the evidence all around us. If you're ready to get started, here's where you go: provenamazoncourse.com. That's the website. 3 words: provenamazoncourse.com. We step you through it. Even if you can barely send an email, we will step you through the process. If you want to go further faster, we offer one-on-one coaching, etc. We'll tell you all about that. Speaking of telling you all about that, before we get into the success stories, I want you to schedule a call with our team to talk about your best strategy for 2026. What makes the most sense for you? Go to silentjimdotcom/book a call. You can text us, you can call us right now, or you can schedule a Zoom session with us. Let's talk it over. It's not a high risk. It's not a pitch fest. We're not going to twist your arm. We're going to expose you to the free, the low cost, the mid range, and the one-on-one exclusive platinum tier experiences that we have in our community. And you can pick which makes the most sense for you. We just want you to get in the right lane so you can go at the speed that's proper for you. Okay. So, all that aside, let's get into some cool success stories. So, we already heard about Darren. Let's jump over. I'm just going to give you a few more examples. There's one right here: a $2 million seller, a $7 million seller. These are 2025 numbers. Someone did $3 million in 2025. Then there's the guy that did the 30 plus million. These are all posts you can see in our Facebook group, by the way. And it's not all about those big 7-figure numbers. Of course, there's people excitedly putting a few extra $100 per week in the bank. And these are all sales numbers, by the way. That's not your net margin is very important. It's discussed on all these posts. It varies typically from somewhere at 8, 9, 10% on some of the bigger businesses, net margin, up to 30% or so net margin on the smaller businesses, just to give you a kind of a range of what you'll see when you look at these posts in our Facebook group. But here's someone who did 870,000. Here's someone who they were thrilled with their $80,000 year, put several extra $100 per week in the bank, worked it very part-time, and shared their success story. So that's some of the stories. Now, here's one I want to go back to is the guy that did $2 million. And his name's Steven. And we're launching a course with him right now. It's actually an initiative with him. Now, here's his backstory. And you've heard him on the podcast recently, but from the UK, he lives in the UK. That's where his home is. That's where he resides. He's there full time. From the UK, without seeing or touching his products, he sold $2 million worth of inventory using the Amazon Replen system in the United States. He didn't see, didn't touch his inventory, didn't touch boxes, didn't touch tape. He's using the network of warehouses that we have available to all sellers to help manage his inventory. He just picks what he's going to buy, and he's doing all wholesale, by the way, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But he picks what he wants to buy, sends it to his prep partner. The prep partner slaps his labels on it, sends it to Amazon. Stephen in the UK never sees or touches his inventory. He just manages the numbers of his business. He's actually in our mastermind as well. If you want to check that out, it's a great time to get into what a powerful group of people that mastermind is. Go to silentjim.com/MIS, multiple income streams. Maybe it's MSI. No, it's MIS, multiple income streams. silentjim.com/multiple income streams. Check it out. We'd love to add you. It's a very limited capacity. It's only a handful of people at a time, but we do have a couple open slots right now if you want to jump in and join us. But Steven's one of the guys in there. And we tapped him and said, hey, you need to share these strategies with the community. He was reluctant at first, but then he got excited about it. Now he's all in, and we're launching our 30-day challenge that as you are hearing this episode, it may have already started, but you're not too late. If it did start, you can jump in a little late. We're recording all the sessions, but the goal is starting towards the end of January, we're going to give you 30 days worth of motivation, encouragement, specific instruction that gets you to the point where you've got one or multiple legitimate wholesale sources that's feeding inventory into your business. For those who are wanting to get into wholesale, Steven's going to be the guy at the center of that. Steven also Brooke, he's going to be leading that up along with Jimmy Smith. And the pricing is at provenamazoncourse.com/ wholesale. If you're interested in getting in that new wholesale group, go to provenamazoncourse.com/wholesale. I'll stick that link in the show notes for you as well. If you're a little late, that's fine. Jump in, get caught up. The 30-day challenge is going to be amazing. All right. So I could give you success stories all day. I challenge you, get into our Facebook group, just click on the media tab and scroll down. Jump into some of the conversations. Very real people, glowing things to say about this community, about the coaching experiences that they've had in many cases. Most of the examples I've given you today are coaching students posting their results. You don't have to get a coach, but if you want to go further faster, it sure helps. Like the one guy I told you who did $7 million, Matthew. I'm going to have him on the podcast again soon. He did 7 million last year. He travels full time. He goes all over the place. He's in his RV with his family. He hasn't settled down in one spot. He's not touching his inventory. He's not putting tape on boxes. He travels full time. Did $7 million in replens, online arbitrage, shopping online, sending it in. These are the people that we have on our podcast. These are the people feeding us the ideas to help improve the systems and the way we do things around here. All right. So what I want to end this episode as we start to wind down is with a couple really cool things. First, I want to make sure you understand what 3P Mercury is and what it's doing. 3pmercury.com is the website. We've just integrated and seen artificial intelligence be leveraged in a replen sourcing and selling tool unlike anything we've ever seen before. The demo was just a couple days ago as I'm recording this. And you can get over to 3pmercury.com/Merc, M-E-R-C, Merc. And I'll stick that link in the show notes. 3, the number 3, the letter P, the word Mercury, just like the planet. That's 3pmercury.com/Merc, M-E-R-C. On that page is the artificial intelligence demo. You'll want to watch that. It was recorded January 5th of 2026. New content. The students who saw it and deployed this in their own businesses, even those who are already using 3P Mercury, were blown away. One of the leaders in our community, Chris, she said some very glowing things. Let's just put it that way. She actually shared a screenshot of all of her ASINs sorted through the 3P filter, the AI filter, and it was just a list of the most profitable stuff she could go buy right now. We really have reduced reselling on Amazon down to 2 steps. Go find products and load them into 3P. Step 2, let 3P Mercury tell you what you need to go buy. That's the game now. That's it. And of course, you've still got to make buying decisions. There's tools out there that help you find sources. Robin, Joy, and Brian just recorded an episode. Hey, sourcing is solved. Sourcing used to be the hard part. It's solved. Now it's just about building systems. It's about understanding those systems, deploying your capital responsibly into the right ASINs, and letting the machine run. It really can be done that way. Now, all the old ways still work. That's the beautiful thing about this business. Sometimes people will come to us and say, I've only got a few $100s. That's it. I can't afford 3P Mercury. I can't afford coaching. Can I still do this? Absolutely. All the old ways still work. Scanning barcodes, looking at clearance aisles, kind of the eBay approach to selling on Amazon. You're looking for a product or a discount or a bargain, one thing at a time. But we love to see you step into that system where you're buying back your time and you've got an automated machine. And as Kang says, the only decision he's really making is how much money do I want to slide into the machine this month? That's his only decision. And the rest of it's kind of taken care of, right? Now you've built a system. We like to see you do that, but you don't have to. But you'll never really have an asset until you do. What you'll have is a side gig, a job, a hobby that pays you occasionally a little more than you would have made otherwise. We want to see you fully deploy these tools and resources, 3P Mercury being chief among them right now. We're so excited about it. Some good webinars coming up. Pay attention in our community to some webinars that are coming up January. It's either the 20th or the 21st. I think it's the 21st. We have a huge webinar. Be paying attention in our Facebook group. Stay on our mailing list. There's another great way. I've never mentioned this on the podcast, by the way. This is on my personal Facebook page now. There's a link you can click that puts you on my personal notification list. Like I send out a prayer at Christmas time for everyone. who is on that list. I send out big announcements. I send out pictures of my grandkids, if you can bear with me. Like it's a kind of a combination of personal stuff and business stuff, but that's a great way to make sure you don't miss any key moments because I share that. I'll come right to your Facebook Messenger alerts. If you jump on there, I'll stick that link in the show notes. Look for it. Okay. This is get on my personal alert list. It's free. Hundreds of people are on it. I'll add you to it. You just click a link and you're at it. You can click another link and jump off of it if you don't like seeing what I post. Okay. But that's a great way to stay up to date on the webinars, the free training events that we have, the big important announcements. You want to be on that list. Okay. So here's the last thing we're going to cover, and I'm going to jump off of here. What are some of these big lies that are floating around? Right. That's probably the title of the episode today. Ignore the lies, pay attention to the success stories. The lies are, it's not like it used to be. Well, you're right. It's not like it used to be to sell on Amazon. I would argue it's gotten a lot better. Amazon is more consistent in conveying their policies and describing them and knowing where their true boundaries and borders are on their policies. And they're far more consistent with enforcement of those policies. There just aren't people being suspended for no reason anymore. Now, there's people being suspended, but it's because they did something that they definitely shouldn't have done. They went against the training that we teach. By the way, if you think you're going to do this business on your own and figure it out without the help and instruction of the proven Amazon course, for example, please do yourself a favor. Write this link down. I'm helping you out. This is for the people who say, I'm never spending a dime on my education. I'm going to figure it out myself. Okay, this is for you. I want to help you out. Go to silentjim.com/mistakes. silentjim.com/mistakes. It'll redirect you into our Facebook group. There's a post there where it lists out all the things you're going to do that are just really dumb. If you try to do it yourself, don't do those things. Please don't do those things. You will completely derail your business. I was talking today with someone who tried to go off on their own, wanted to do it by themselves. They bought inventory from somewhere they shouldn't have. They sent it in and sold it. Amazon asked them for proof of their receipts, the retail receipts. Well, they hadn't bought it from an authorized retailer. They had bought it from a third party that wasn't authorized. And now they're shut down. Nothing they can do about it. There's ways you can derail early on in your business that will cost you the ability to sell on Amazon. Arguably, the greatest benefit of getting instruction is ensuring that you don't derail yourself early on doing something really stupid that seems logical and rational at the time, but it derails your business and shuts down your odds of ever having a real business on Amazon. Don't do those things. silentjim.com/mistakes. It redirects you into our Facebook group, shows you a post where we talk through all the dumb things you're about to do, all the things you hear people talking on YouTube about doing, all the tempting little things, shortcuts you think you can take to do this business. Don't do it. If you can avoid the stupid things on that list, you'll do just great. And you may not need any coaching or instruction. It's going to take you months and months and months longer than it has to. A lot of time, energy, and money wasted on bad inventory, for example. But hey, go for it. If you find more fulfillment and never paying anyone a penny to get your education, that's fine. That's great. Go for it. We have plenty of people who ultimately end up succeeding after several months or a few years of kicking the tires and figuring it out. Or pay $39 a month and get the proven Amazon course, and we will step you through it. So, what are some of the big lies? It's not like it used to be. No, it's easier. What's the next big lie we're hearing? It's saturated. Well, no, actually, you couldn't be more wrong. E-commerce, like I mentioned earlier, is in its infancy. Amazon is in its infancy. They're adding warehouses. There are millions of products that are unstocked and understocked. The time has never been better. And those are the two big lies that I wanted to dispel today. I'll leave the rest to you to do your research. Hey, I've got to wrap this episode up. I've got to call it quits. I'm hitting up against a hard deadline, but the links I promised you are in the notes. Go check those out. If you want to reach out to our team and talk to a real person, you can text us anytime. Did you know that? Go to silentjim.com/book a call. Text us your question. If you're shy about hopping on a phone or typing something publicly, just text us. We'd be happy to help you out. Hey, God bless you. Have a great rest of your week. Reach out to us. See you in the Facebook group. We'll have more good interview episodes for you very soon. We'll talk to you then.